Let's do some sublimation. We're going to use the shirt that we got in our Cricut mystery box. We need butcher paper, heat transfer tape. These are the settings that my heat press is on, and I'm using the Cricut auto press. And since we're doing sublimation, I am using the Cricut sawgrass. Girl, I'm using the sawgrass 500 to print. We're using the Cricut heat press, but we're using the sawgrass printer. I made the design already. The design that I'm putting on here is trademarked. This is for personal use only. I am going to support at a football game, and so I'm making a quick shirt. And I've already did the image. I'm not sure why it always cuts off the left side of the computer screen, but I uploaded the image into Creative Studio, because if you're using the Sawgrass, you can print from just the images, but I like to go through Creative Studio. So this is the image, and this is RJ's number. Hey RJ, if you're watching, and they did win. Ooh, ooh. All right, so I've uploaded the image. I'm just taking the white background out. It really doesn't matter, because with sublimation, it's not going to print white anyways. That's just for my mental health purposes. So once I get that done, we're going to size it correctly. We are using 8.5 width, 14 height for the paper. Not sure if this HTV runt paper that I use, I have to go back and look, because I do have the Crafting Besties and the HTV runt sublimation paper. So it just depends on which one was up there at the time. One thing I do love about Sawgrass is that it helps you pick all of the correct settings, so you don't have to go in and do too much. So what I'm doing is I was changing it to pick the paper from the bypass tray, which is on the back of the printer, and I was also changing it to polyester, and then Sawgrass will do the rest for you. I'm also going to do his name and his number on the back of the shirt as well. I'm not sure if I actually recorded that, because I am doing the voice over a few days later. So the top printer is the Sawgrass 500, and it does have the bypass tray on it. It doesn't help with the width, because it's still going to be 8.5 if you get the 500. I've had mines for about 5 years, and I've never had any issues out of it. And y'all, yes, the stand is on wheels, so it's doing some rocking right now. I forgot to lock the casters when I moved the printer to sleep behind it. But nonetheless, the printer is okay. It's just doing some rocking on this stand. But yeah, our image is printed and the heat press is ready to go. I always pre-press the garment just for a few seconds before I get ready to place the image on it. And why is this thing going so slow? All right, and it did grab both pieces of paper, but this is what our image looks like. And we are going to open up our shirt. And like I said, this shirt came in the Cricut mystery box. You can grab the Cricut sublimation or infusible ink shirts from Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby carries them too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think Hobby Lobby carries them as well. But if you go to Michael's, definitely go and try the Maker's Market shirts. I like those too. But of course, this shirt is thick, and I love it. And oddly, they sent the extra large, which is what I needed. I wear either large or extra large, depending on how loose I want the shirt to fit. And so we are pre-pressing our shirts for a few seconds, and we are ready. So when you're using sublimation, depending on how light the shirt is, because of course most of the time the shirt is either white, but this particular shirt is gray, so I'm not going to put the butcher paper in the inside, because with these shirts they do not bleed through. Like with most of the white shirts, you do have to be careful because the image can bleed all the way through. So with this one, it's gray and it's a thicker material, so it's not gonna go through. We're gonna put us a little piece of heat tape. I was about to call this transfer tape. Y'all, I really suck at these voiceovers. I thought I was getting better. Look, I ain't even put enough tape on there. I thought I was getting better at the voiceovers, but some days it just be like, ugh, it's kind of tedious. And then after you just start it over a few times, you just be like, forget it. The butcher paper that I'm using is just some kids' craft paper. This is a Melissa and Doug little roller. I need to replace the paper on it because this one is almost gone. And it does have that little cutter down there, but I've dropped mine a few times, so I just didn't realign the paper. And we're just going to place that right on top of here. And like I said earlier, if you screenshot the little time and temperature gauge, I have it set for 55 seconds. You can set it for 60 seconds. I do have it set at 400. But those are the settings that work for me with the Cricut AutoPress. So, yay. And I thought I was able to speed the video up, but it did not speed up. So, yeah, it's a whole minute, guys. I don't have any elevator music, but I think I could probably hum some. No, wait. I don't even know what that's off of. What is that off of? Oh, well, guys, we're here. We're here. And I was just peeking at the time to see how much time we have left because, yes, I'm impatient. And voila, look at this. Would you come and look at this? Nope, not gonna go and look at it. All right, what was I doing? Oh, I was grabbing something off the printer for the back. But look at that. Isn't it cute? See it? Yes, it's awesome. And then we're going to go and do the back. And I just put a piece of paper down because, of course, when we flip the shirt over to do the back, you don't want the front image to bleed onto your heat pad because I have made that mistake several times before. So I'm just trying to make sure that where the image is paper because I don't want to mess up my little pad. Luckily, Cricut does sell the pad separately because I've cut mine, I've sublimated on it, I've messed up quite a few of them. So when in doubt, if you do make a mistake, you can always get a replacement. Yeah, and I don't know what that little one piece of tape was doing. It wasn't doing nothing. And see, look, boom, I almost forgot to put a piece of paper on there. So now we are going to get the back done. And throw away all of this stuff. And the items that I use, they are linked in my bio under the Amazon storefront. So, like, if you want to get the little Melissa and Doug paper tray or paper holder, paper roll holder, or whatever. And it does have an option for you to either drill it down or it has like a little sticky thing on the back. But I move mine all the time, so I don't want it permanently fixed anywhere because I need to move it because the size of this little table that the heat press go on, they let down. So everything that's typically on the sides go under it. Oh, excuse me, y'all. And this is the back. So 2 minutes roughly for pressing time. As you do the front, especially if you're doing the front and the back. And this is what the shirt looks like. Go RJ.